And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to be doing the level 35 monk quest. So I am here in the Goldsmith Guild. I need to talk to Eric because Eric is the job quest giver for monk after you've done the level 30 quest to unlock it. And the gear I'm using is the infantry set from Braithlock's Longstop, which is pretty much the best dungeon to do between 32 to 35. There is also an infantry belt, I just haven't got it yet. So that's a good way of doing it. You should be putting as a monk all of your bonus stats into strength as well, to just so you hit as hard as possible. And abilities I'm sharing are Invigorate, Blood for Blood from Lancer. So anyway, let's talk to Eric and see what we have to do. So the quest is called Insulted Intelligence, and it says Professor Eric seeks to measure the aether of more ancient battlefields, and you will get the ability Shoulder Tackle, and it says rushes target and delivers an attack potency 100, must be more than 10 yards from the target to execute. Additional effect stun, duration 2 seconds, cannot be executed while bound. Okay, so this will let you rush to your target. So let's accept the quest. So it says, the pupil I was hoping to see. I was hair's breadth from setting out on my own. To look at you, yes, I dare say you appear to have been growing in brawn at the expense of brain. Right, well, let us measure some aether, shall we? And by we, I mean you. Oh, and the monk? Stipulation, of course. Though contrary to his nature, he has already set out for the destination I assigned him. Thinking perhaps that you are far too stupid to take, much less understand ethereal readings. It is true, you are stupid, but the aetherometer shall do all the work for you and transmit the data back to me. As souls more suited to action, the monk, simpleton, and yourself need only carry the device on your person and set about beating on things as you always do. It shall capture data as you trudge about hither and yon. Aether is not only the source of all magics, but also the font of all life. Yet, despite its ambiguity, it remains imperceptible. When a living thing dies, the aether compromising its life is released. When this discharge takes place, a portion of that aether remains, lingering in the physical world. No doubt you have ethereal crystallizations, physical manifestations, apparitions of the deceased, luminescent glow known as the ethereal threshold. In short, the more violent and dramatic the loss of life, the greater the amount of aether left behind, either in its imperceptible form or in crystallizations. And where are the most lives lost in this manner? Cemeteries. No, false, you idiot. Battlefields. Do you not see? With ethereal readings of those locations, we can discern the scale and more the battles that took place there. As for those full beliefs the monk keeps, chakra and spiritual energies and whatnot, if I were to allow that they truly exist, I would be inclined to say they are one and the same as the aether itself. The aether churning around these ancient battle sites come to naturally settle in the surrounding life, both plant and animal. Though more so in the latter, it accumulates within them, felling these beasts and then release that aether, causing a surge that resonates with the aether within you, causing it to expand, the so-called opening of the chakra. By this, the very power of life itself within you grows. A watered-down explanation, but adequate for one of your mental prowess, I believe. Mine own wife never had the patience for such things either, nor my passion. She cursed me and my work, and took our children and returned to Alamigo. But now is not the time for that tale. The area I'm placing you in charge is Bloodshore in eastern Lenosia. Place this aetherometer in the appropriate location, and after a spell, retrieve it and bring it to me. I obtain the data I require, and you and the monk simpleton are afforded the chance to indulge your, how shall I put it, charming little backward fantasies. All are happy. Ideally, I would prefer you have the knowledgeable understanding of Bloodshaw's history, but I fear we lack the time for me to educate you. I need hardly tell you that my research takes precedent over your schooling. Wow, the guy doesn't stop talking. So anyway, let's go straight to Costa del Sol. And again, favourite location. It's been very, very useful having Costa del Sol as a favourite location, that's for sure. So we have to go right here to this red circle. I'm wearing the Black Mage Barding now on my Chocobo, which I got from the 90-day veteran reward. It might have been 180-day actually. Okay, so let's put the Aethermeter here, and I'm assuming a bunch of monsters will spawn. So there is two sets of combos you can do. One is ideally behind the target and the other one is from the side. So I do ideally Boot Shine, True Strike and Demolish from behind, and then Boot Shine from behind, Twin Snakes and Snap Punch from the side. But it's not always possible to do that when you're solo. Don't forget that as a monk you also have Featherfoot and Second Wind in case you need to increase your evasion or heal yourself. Okay, so now we have to pick the Aethermeter up. Okay, so now we need to head straight back to the Goldsmith Guild, so again teleport straight back to Uldar. Remember that you can use the crystal to use the Aethernet straight to the Goldsmith Guild. Here he is. Let's hope he doesn't have an entire book to say to me. So, have you brought the Aethermeter? Yep. There you go, hand over. So, it seems the device has suffered some damage. I suppose such things are unavoidable in this line of work. I must see to its repairs at once. That is, after all, why I put up here at the Goldsmith Guild. My Aethermeter is no ordinary device. I came up with the elaborate design myself, had the finest engineers Garland Ironworks draft the schematics, and then commissioned the most talented goldsmith to fabricate it. Let's see. Widargelt delivered the results of his outing not long ago. I must insist that you take your leave of me now. There is a wealth of data for me to analyze, and I fear that simply having you nearby will somehow affect the processing power of my brain. Repairing the Aethermeter and determining which locations to next investigate will require some time. Why don't you go and train those muscle of yours, or whatever it is you do in my absence. Okay, get shoulder tackle now. He's not very nice, man, is he? So anyway, I'm going to put this here. Now let's go out and actually test it. So the next quest will be at, well, level 40, as you can imagine. So let us now, I'm going to just teleport out one of the gates and test the shoulder tackle just to see how it is. Okay, so the way to know if you're in range or not is if it has a red X. So you see the red X means I'm out of range. So by moving forward, I'm now in range. So let's see how quickly I get to the target. Oh wow. That's fun, isn't it? So yeah, that's how shoulder tackle works. And it's really useful later on in fights to be able to get to targets quickly, especially, for example, when you're doing Ifrit and you need to get to the nails quickly as a monk. But anyway, that's it for this video, and it's fun to get this ability. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.